I want you to think about your life right now. I was reflecting on when I decided to become a professional speaker. I looked at my life and I just said, you know what? I want to do more. I want more for myself, my family, my mother. I want to be in charge of my own destiny. And what I was doing at that time was not providing that. And it got to a point that just doing something 8 hours a day, just to pay the bills, to keep a roof over my head, it just didn't get it. I didn't find that fulfilling. One, I was doing something that wasn't me. I was doing something to survive. What it takes to live versus what it takes to survive are two different things. Here's what I realized. That if you're not willing to take a chance on you and reach beyond your comfort zone so that you can explore some other possibilities for yourself, you'll never discover the greatness that you have within yourself to do more, to have more, and to experience more. I wanted to see what else was out there for me other than what I was doing at the time. Do something beyond your comfort zone. Learn something new so you can see what's in you. You got some more stuff back there, but you'll never find out what it is if you don't test yourself. So you want to maximize this time. You want to milk this moment. You want to make your move right now. One of the things that I do when I make some money, I operate like I don't have a dime. I start working harder. And this is what you have to do. The people that are going to be successful are willing to do the things today others won't do in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have. What is it that most people won't do? Here's what they won't do. Learn something new. They're comfortable with what they're doing now. Well, I've been doing this for a long time. So, learn something new. If you're not willing to learn anything new, no one can help you. But if you're willing to learn something new, like I decided to do this, no one can stop you. I'm my own boss. I call my own shots. And I'm not saying this to you to impress you, but to impress upon you that you got it like that too. You need to learn how to work for yourself and control your own destiny. Be your own boss. Here's something else. Don't do this if you're not hungry. If you're going to make it today, you got to be hungry. It's a different market right now. It's different. There are people that are desperate, lost their jobs, lost their businesses. So the people that are going to come out on top, the people that will snatch victory from the jaws of defeat, they're hungry. I was hungry. You got to be hungry. People that are hungry are the first ones there and the last ones to leave. Most people not hungry. Most people are conditioned to do just enough to keep from getting fired, where they've been paid just enough to keep from quitting. It takes some time to step out of that mental conditioning. When I worked for WVKO, I was program director. I was news director. I did commercials. I did a talk show, The Voice of the People. Whole lot of stuff that they didn't pay me for. Why, Les? Because I wanted to learn. I wanted to make myself indispensable. That's why. I wanted to make myself more valuable. You have to have that kind of attitude about life. That are you increasing your value every day? If you were on the stock market, would you invest in you? Most people have to say no. Why? They're not learning anything new. They're operating within their comfort zone, and they're praying every day that they don't lose a job that they hate. It's a different place now. You got to be hungry. You have to get your stuff together. Average is over. Doing just enough to get by? No. This time demands that you get outside of your comfort zone. This time requires that you invest in you. People who are not successful have large television screens, and people who are successful have large libraries. Hello? People who are hungry are willing to discipline themselves, to dedicate themselves, to learn something different. Anything can be mastered if you're willing to put in the time and put in the effort and focus yourself on learning how to do that to make yourself stand out. You gotta make yourself stand out. Do not go where the path may lead. Go where there's no path and leave a trail. You got to set a new standard.
You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something, because believing that the dots will connect down the road will give you the confidence to follow your heart, even when it leads you off the well-worn path. And that will make all the difference. When I was 17, I read a quote that went something like, "If you live each day as if it was your last, someday you'll most certainly be right." It made an impression on me, and since then, I've looked in the mirror every morning and asked myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I am about to do today? Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. All external expectations, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fall away in the face of death. Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. There is no reason not to follow your heart. No one wants to die. Even people who want to go to heaven don't want to die to get there. And yet, death is the destination we all share. And that is as it should be, because death is very likely the single best invention of life. It clears out the old to make way for the new. Right now, the new is you. But someday, not too long from now, you will gradually become the old and be cleared away. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. Stay hungry, stay foolish.
Do something different the next 90 days than you did the last 90 days. Like picking up the books to read, relationship with your family, whatever it is, doesn't matter how small it is. If you'll start doing different things with the same circumstances, since we cannot change the circumstances, but we can change ourselves. We can change what we do. What you have at the moment, you've attracted by the person you've become. Now, sometimes it's a little tough to take, blaming yourself instead of the marketplace. Taking responsibility instead of putting it off on someone else. If you will change, everything will change for you. You don't have to change what's outside. All you've got to change is what's inside. To have more, you simply have to become more. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills. Start working on yourself, making these personal changes. It'll all change.